Okay, everyone. There are quite a few things I need to discuss. Some for now and then some for later. But first of all, yes, you are looking at your screen right. I am at level 255. The reason for this is, well, to be honest, I thought I would need those kind of stats to beat this thing. Because it can do up to 4,000 damage to my whole party. And at the time, I didn't really have any way to heal that kind of damage. Most of what I had was just Mega Potions. And in order to heal that kind of damage, I would have to spend the entire turn healing. And you can't really fight a boss that way, so I figured I would just get my stats as high as possible and hope for the best. However, a few things happened while I was off screen. I actually got a lot more summoner skills while I was training up against metal creatures. I got Ifrit, Raimu, Shiva, and Ifrit, excuse me, I had to remember my mythology here, and they're good. Really good. Like, so good, in fact it makes most other skills seem pointless in comparison. I also got Unicorn, which heals stats effects from everyone, which is also pretty nice. Terato, which again is super awesome. Deals like 5,000 to everything, I think. Seraphim, which heals the wounds of the party members, which heals like 4 to 5,000 for everyone. I wish I knew about that before. Would have saved me a whole lot of time, and I wouldn't have had to grind as much as I did. I also got Alexander, of course, which is the strongest one I have so far, and there's 2 job levels left to get. I think there's 8 in all on job levels. Also, I figured out one simple thing. Paladins and Dark Knights are beast. Why? I'll show you in the final boss fight. Let's beat them. Okay, you get Abyssal Blade at level 6 if I recall. And, let's see, guard him for now, so I can show this off. And Hallowed Bolt, I think at level 7. They're both essentially the same move, though, and you're going to see why I like it so much. A Dozen Needles is really great for metal fighting, actually. It always hits, and it always does 1,000 damage. So as long as you don't run in the first turn, you have it made. Speed is no longer an issue anymore. I don't really have anything for him that's really good. So charge plus 3. This is why I like this move so freaking much. It attacks 3 times. So does this. I think if you, in the past video, you actually saw him use that. It's very cheap. Anyways, I'm going to continue spamming that for the duration of this fight. I also got Clem Hazard, which is a stronger version than Stock Break. Doesn't cost that much more either. Now time to use Seraphim. Oh, precious health. So precious health. If I would have known about that skill, then maybe I wouldn't have had to nerf those bosses from before. But yeah, these skills make this guy a walk in the park. I've actually tested in the game to see if I would actually be strong enough to beat this guy or not. I also got some equipment accidentally while fighting creatures that I generated because I wanted to level up to beat this guy, and I didn't know how long it would take. So I went ahead and fought some King Metals. Sorry. Had to do it. It would have taken forever otherwise, because I didn't know about the 3-hit moves, and I didn't know about Seraphim, so... If I did, then I wouldn't have done that. I think that's not personally my fault, though. I mean, I don't know what skills these people can learn. I was lucky to find out about these, just by pure accident. Otherwise, this battle would have taken a lot longer to beat. I think one battle took me like an hour, since I actually wasn't at maximum level, and I barely won. And even then, it's only because I was spamming Mega Potions like a sucker. Well, he goes down. I just beat the game. Post-game content. And that's actually something I made over there. That's a portal I made. I'll just show it off. The panel right below me is a place where I was generating like creatures to fight to level up my classes and my levels. And this cute girl over here, I swear I still love that face portrait so much, is where I would generate Mega Potions and World Tree Leaves. The World Tree Leaves never really help though, since they don't revive like they should. But now I'm gonna leave. And that will just force me back to town. Okay. I don't know much at all about post-game, but what in the world? Okay, sure. I also don't know about any immigrants I missed. I thought about putting in an event where I can shut off the battles, so I can go look and see who all I missed. That'll take me a little while though, and I'll be trying to do that off screen. I always have to go down here to get the merchant to respawn now. That needs to be fixed. Where's the item shop? It disappeared. Oh, hello. Okay. So, just being the game gives you more equipment. Interesting. I wonder if this works for weapons too. Yeah, I got some very powerful equipment off screen, just by pure accident. But it really doesn't matter. I wonder where the item shop went. I'd be kind of interested to see what they're selling. Oh, they moved over here, okay. So you do indeed get to buy Mega Potion if you get all the immigrants, as well as Super Potion. See, that would have been nice to have. But because of my immigrant issue, I never got to do that. Sad face. Also, it might be just me, but I don't think that my final character, Princess Lily, can actually class change. Nope, she can't. That's really something that needs to change. Because I don't like the idea of someone getting kind of nerfed like that compared to everyone else. Let's see. Throne room? What? Who are you? Okay. I'm confused. Maybe it's because those are the immigrants I didn't collect or something, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing all the immigrants are just here now for some reason. I'm not exactly sure where the post-game is. If it's not something that will take too long, it probably won't with my levels. I'll probably go ahead and do it. It's not going to be a fair comparison though, because, well, at such a high level, and I can take down anything with just a few turns. But hey, I didn't know it was going to be that simple. Because I don't know what these people could learn. I'm going to take a guess that maybe the post-game is down here. I'm not sure. Since there was that room down there that seemed kind of empty. Come to think of it though, I'm going to do something. Just in case, let's see, just in case I'm wrong, I'm gonna save outside so I can quickly get back. Because as you've seen before, it's a pain to go all the way down here and come back to where I started. But hey, it's not that big of a deal. Also, would it be too much to ask if you can make it to where party members that aren't in your party get ABP along with the rest? That would be pretty helpful, especially since you wouldn't have to keep switching in order to level up their jobs. I don't think you really need more than 4 party members in this game, but it still would be a nice gesture. Okay, so I'm wrong then. Okay. Not sure where to go for this then, unless I go right back to where the final boss was. I'm going to assume that's what it is. Yeah, whatever. Whether those two were the same but look different. Kind of interesting. Overall, I don't think I really despise this game, so to speak. It does have good parts. I just wish that the game felt a little more balanced out in just about everything. There's definitely a quantity over quality feel in this game. And I really wish that was different. Though a big part of me feeling like that is just because of how much it drags at times. I would have loved if maybe the encounter rate was a little lower and the immigrants were a little easier to find. Or rather, if you would put them in obvious locations, so you're not screwed over throughout the game. It also would be nice if the classes were a little more balanced out. Certain classes are definitely better than others, while others are completely shafted. I personally feel like that needs to change, if anything else. There's nothing over there. Well, if this isn't it, then I am completely clueless. Alright. Progressing, slowly progressing. And, Kevin did say that if I am going to say a lot of these things, though, I should give some sort of alternative to work with, and he is kind of right. Because the biggest thing that game creators like to throw at you is, oh, you don't like it, huh? Then why don't you why don't you think of some better then? And that's pretty fair, actually. So, one thing that would probably help, especially in the early game, is instead of everyone having a starting class and having to build it up till you get Dharma Temple, they should actually be classless, and you should just have each character gain certain skills as they level up, and then later on they could change classes at Dharma Temple. I personally think that that would probably be a bit more fair, especially considering you only get one ABP throughout most of the game. It honestly just feels a little more fair that way. If you don't want to, that's fine, but I just think that would be a lot more enjoyable if you did that. Also, let's see, what was I gonna say? I'm trying to remember everything about. I wrote it down, but I don't feel like bringing it up on Notepad. Or did I? Oh wait, no, I didn't. Crap. Okay, not exactly sure where to go here. I see some chest I missed and all, but that doesn't help my current situation. What are these things anyway? Omega Elixir, that's one thing. Leaf of the Woe Tree, another. Yeah, the Leaf of the Woe Tree needs to have reviving qualities, because that's what it's supposed to have anyway, I think. Yeah, it's supposed to be able to revive. For some reason I can't do that. Game end. To title. Okay. I'm going to have to see if I can figure this out, or I'll just ask you where it is, one or the other. Because right now I'm clueless. Yeah, that's great, but where's the post-game? Is she ever going to change what she says? Really? What's going on? The town keeps changing on me. Sometimes the item shop's here, and sometimes it's not. I'm kind of weirded out by that. And now the shops aren't better than what they were. What the heck? Yeah, what happened? I am confused by this, S-Turk. The lakes are getting in the way. Not sure. I liked my fully completed town, darn it. Well, crud. Oh well. I still don't know where the post game is, so I'll have to ask you about that. See you guys later.